Hello everyone. I hope everyone is safe and sound. This session will focus on the use case of Lua and Redis that we did at Tivo and that helped us increasing our message delivery rate. A little bit about myself. I've been a software developer at Tivo for the last 2 years as a part of messaging system team. We handle around 5 million customer messages per day, and Redis is resides at the heart of our system. And all of our microservices use Redis for some or the other thing. We do around 150 million requests per day to single Redis cluster. Agendas for today's session. First, I'll shed some light on the background, then the problem itself, then the solution, and at last we'll conclude with the demo. Clevo is a communications platform, and we have made product lines that includes SMS API platform, voice API platform, Zentrun, which is basically SIP trunking, phone numbers, and at last Flow. Flow is the short form for Clevo high level objects. In this session, we'll focus on challenges that we face in SMS API platform and how did we solve a few of them. This is how a typical send SMS API looks like. In order to send an SMS via Clio platform, you need to give a source number, a destination number, and a message text. Source number is something which our customers buy using Clio platform. Let's look at the problems. These are a few problems that we face in the SMS API platform. The SMS traffic throughout the world is highly regulated. First of the problem because of that is throughput restriction. So a customer cannot send more than one message every second using one source number. So if a customer wants to reach out to a lot of the customer at once, either they have to switch the numbers every second or they'll have to wait for 1 second to deliver messages. There is also a restriction around unique senders. A customer cannot use a source number to send messages to more than the restricted unique destination. This is 200 in US. As a result, what happens? Customer has to store which source number was used to send message to a particular destination. Also, a customer has to switch the number after sending to a limited number of destinations. So let's say customer has used a number to send messages to 200 destinations. The customer has to switch the number. There is also a problem of low open rates. Users are more likely to open SMS from a local source. For example, if you are in California and you receive a message from a Los Angeles source number, more likely that you'll open that message. The customer also has to figure out the region for the destination number, and they also have to store a mapping for each source number and the region to which it belongs. As a result, this is how our customers look like. Let's go over the solution. So these are a few requirements that are required for that solution. First, I'll go through the functional requirements. So we have to offload the selection of source numbers from the user. Uh, we also have to guarantee the customer that they can consistently send messages at high delivery and open rates. We also have to distribute traffic intelligently across various source numbers. There's something called sticky sender, which is used to maintain conversation history. So if you open your messaging app in your mobile phone, you'll see messages coming from same source number appear in the same conversation. So this is done via sticky sending, where we maintain a mapping of the destination number and source number. The next time when a customer sends a message to the destination number, the same source number will be picked. There's something called local connect, where we select the source number based on the region of the destination. We also have to provide an ability to add or remove source numbers as and when required. There's one more thing in the end. We don't select the number after it has been used to send messages to a number of unique destinations. A few of non-functional requirements are availability, consistency, and transition. So yeah, Redis and Lua came to our rescue. So why we use Lua? In order to do transactions, like basically execute multiple commands in a single transaction, there are two ways: either use multi or Lua script. So each operation in multi blocks are independent, whereas with Lua scripting you can do dependent operations. Let's say you want to execute a Redis command and use the output of that command in another Redis command. So you can't do it using multi, but you can do it using Lua scripting. As I mentioned earlier, one of the non-functional requirements was consistency. So using Lua, we can avoid race conditions, and as a result, we can achieve consistency. So the Lua scripts can be preloaded on the Redis server using the script load command, and you don't have to load the script on runtime. This is how a typical resolution logic looks like. The input to the resolution logic is a destination number with prefix, country, and its state. First thing, what we do is we find whether there is any sticky association with that number. Let's say we find a sticky association. Then we return that number. Sticky association again is something where when a source number is used, it has already been used to send a message to a particular destination, and when we have to send a message to the same destination again, we use the same source number. So let's say we don't find any sticky association. We fetch the least used number for a given prefix. For example, our customer wants to send a message to a number that's the Los Angeles number, and the pool has Los Angeles number. So we'll prefer sending it via Los Angeles number. Let's say we don't find a Los Angeles number. Then what we will do? We'll try to send it uh, with the least used number for a given state. In that case, it will be the state of California. So let's say we don't even get a number for the state of California. Then what we will do is we'll fetch the least used number for the given country. In this example, it will be US. So we fetch the least used number in US and return it. So now let's look at the data structures we use. So we use three data structures: key value pair, a set, and there are three sorted sets we use. So a key value pair, it looks something like this. With pool ID, we add a destination number, and this stores the sticky sender for the particular destination. There is a set which looks something like this. So we store all the destinations for a given source number in this set. So let's say when a customer wants to delete the source number from the pool, what we'll do is we'll have to remove all the sticky sender associations for that pool also. This basically for that source number also. So this set we'll use to remove all the key value pairs for the particular source number. Of the three sorted sets, the first one we store all the states for a particular country. Uh, these are the states of which the numbers are there in the pool. The scores denote the number of times a number for the particular state is used. So in this example, we have a pool for country US, and we have numbers for state of California and New York in the pool. So this is how this will look like. Initially the score will be 0. The next sorted set is for a particular state. So we store all the phone number prefixes for the particular state whose number are there in the pool. Again, the score denotes the number of times the number from that particular prefix is used. In this example, uh, we have two prefixes whose number is there in the pool, uh, for which the numbers are there in the pool. So those prefixes are 209 and 213. So we store for the state of California, we create a sorted set like this. The third sorted set is for a particular prefix, where we store all the numbers for that particular prefix. Again, the score is the number of times that number has been used. let's start with the demo. So, we'll create a pool first. So I haven't like used Lua script to create a pool. So in order to create a pool, we just have to initialize a few keys, basically with the sorted sets that I mentioned earlier. So I have written a script that will do that. So yeah, I will run the script. Uh, so this we are creating a pool of 8 numbers, and this will be the ID of that pool. The pool will have 4 numbers from California and 4 numbers from New York. The New York numbers will be with prefix 212 and 803, whereas California numbers will be with prefix 213 and 650. So each prefix we have 2 numbers. So let's look at all the keys with that pool. So these are all the keys for that pool. So we'll start looking at this country sorted set first. It has value of all the states whose numbers are there in the pool. In this case, it will be California and New York. Now we'll look at the sorted set for the particular state, which is California in this case. So it has numbers for prefix 213 and 650. These are the two values of that sorted set. Now we'll look at the sorted set with a given prefix, which is 212. So this sorted set will have numbers with that prefix. So we had 2 numbers with prefix 212, so we can see 2 numbers in that sorted set. So this is how a pool will look like pictographically. So on top there is country, then state, then each state has the prefixes. Basically, for the state of California, we have 213 and 650. For New York, it's 212 and 803. And each prefix will have their number. Sorry for the bad representation because I was low on this area. So I think it's too a bit. Okay. Look at the number resolution JavaScript. So number resolution is basically finding a source number for a given destination. This Lua script accepts 2 keys. First one being the shortcut set for a country. The second one is a sticky key for that particular destination. It also accepts 4 arguments. The first one being the sticky source destination map. Basically, the prefix of the sticky source destination map, like this. So this is the set. This is the prefix of the set that stores all the destinations for a given source number. Second argument is the destination number itself. Third argument is the prefix of the destination, and the fourth one is state of the destination. So the Lua script has 2 functions. Uh, I'll show both the functions. First is the prefix resolver, where we get the least used number for a given prefix. After we find the number, we increment the scores of all the sorted sets. First, the prefix sorted set, then the state sorted set, and then the country sorted set. After that, we'll add a sticky mapping for that number also. The second function is basically a state resolver. So which lists all the prefixes for the given state, and then it will try to resolve the number for each prefix using the first function, which is basically the prefix resolver. So these are the 2 functions. Now we'll look at the execution of the script. So first, it checks if there is any sticky mapping for the destination number. Let's say it finds a sticky mapping, it will return it. If it doesn't find it, we'll try to resolve the number using the prefix resolver. If we find the number using prefix resolver, we'll return it. If not, we'll try to resolve it using state resolver. It's something like this, yeah. And let's say we're not able to find for that particular state also. What we will do is get the list of all the states for the country, and then it will try to find the numbers for each state. We'll try to resolve the numbers for each state one by one. Once it has found the number, it will return. So let's look at the demo. Let's look at the script in action. First, we'll load the Lua script. So it generates the SHA hash for the script, and this can be used in eval SHA command to run the script. We will be using this going forward. Let's log into Redis. First, what we will do is we will try to resolve for a number in the state of New York with prefix 212. So this is the destination number, prefix 212, state New York. These are the keys and these are the other arguments. So we can see we found a number with prefix 212 that belongs to the state of New York. So we'll check the scores of prefix 212. The number which has been resolved, the score has been updated as 1, whereas the other number is still at 0. We'll check for the state of New York. So we found the number with prefix 212. So the score is updated as 1, and for prefix 803 it's still 0. Now we'll check the scores for US. We see for California it's still 0. For New York it's updated as 1. Now we'll try to resolve for another number for the state of New York and prefix 212 again. So this should return the other number with that prefix, the one ending with 812. So yeah, we got the number ending with 812 with prefix 212. So we use the least used number in that given prefix. Now let's check the score, and the score has been updated to 1 and 1 for both the numbers. Now we'll try to resolve for the same number again. So we should get the same number back. Yeah, we got the same number back with ending with 182. So this happens because of sticky mapping for this destination number. Now we'll try to resolve for the previous number. Again, we got the same number back that was given earlier because of the sticky mapping that we created. The sticky mapping are stored using 4 sticky keys basically. One is a key value pair, another is a sorted set. So we'll look, another one is the set, which basically stores all the destinations for a given source number. So we'll look at the set for this source number ending with 156. There's only one destination till now for this source number. Again, for source number ending with 182, there's only one destination. So you can see this is how we store sticky mapping. Now we'll try to resolve for the state of California with prefix 213. So we'll get a number with prefix 213 because we have numbers in our pool with prefix 213. We'll check the scores for that prefix. So we can see the number which we got earlier ending with 104 has score 1 and the other number is still at 0. Now what we'll do is we'll try to resolve for a number with prefix 562. So we don't have any numbers in our pool with prefix 562. The state for this number is California. So what will happen is we'll get a number which is basically which has prefix 650. Why does this happen? So we can check the score. So earlier we used the number with prefix 213 and the score was 650 was 0. So when we didn't have any number for prefix 562, we'll try to resolve with the prefix in that particular with any prefix in the state which is least utilized. So 650 was not used at all. So we got a number with prefix 650. Now we'll try to resolve for a state of New York with prefix 803. So what we'll get is a number with prefix 803 because we have numbers with prefix 803 in our pool. We'll check the scores for the state of New York. So we see prefix 803 has score 1, 212 has score 2. Now we'll check scores for the country itself. So you can see New York numbers have been used 3 times and California numbers have been used 2 times. So we'll try to resolve now for a number belonging to the state of Illinois with prefix 217. So Let's see what happens. So we got a California number with prefix 213 because Illinois, we don't have any numbers with Illinois. So we'll try to resolve the number from state which is least utilized. In this case, it was California. So now the scores of California and New York are both 3 and 3. So I'll try to explain everything that happened in the demo. So initially, this was how a pool looked like. So US, and we had two states, prefixes for each state, and the numbers itself all had score 0. The first input we got was the destination number 212 with prefix 212 and state of New York. So we can see we have a number. We have numbers with prefix 212. We have two numbers. So it will try to resolve to one of them. So it resolved to the number with ending with 156, and you can see the scores also being updated. So New York score is also 1, 212 score is also 1, and the number score is also 1. So we also created a sticky mapping, which is basically destination to source mapping for that number. Next, we took another number from the state of New York, again with the prefix 212. This time, it took the other number with prefix 212 because that other number was less utilized than the previous number. So we got the other number. Again, we created a sticky mapping for this number also. Now you can see the score for prefix 212 is 2, and the score for New York is also 2. In next example, we resolved the same number back. What we saw was we got the same number we got it previously, which was the number ending with 182. This happened because of sticky mapping we created. And you can see the scores were not updated because we have to only count for the unique destination. We don't have to count for messages sent to the same destination again and again. As a result, we don't count for sticky mapping. Now we try to resolve for the previous number, the number we used for the first time. Again, because of sticky mapping, we got the same number again, ending with 156. Next, we took California number with the prefix 213. So we had numbers with the prefix 213 in our pool. So the output was one of those numbers, and you can see the scores also being updated. For California, it's 1. For 213 is also 1, and the number itself is also 1. Then we try to resolve it for a destination number with prefix 562. So we don't have any number with prefix 562. So we'll try to resolve with the prefix that is being least utilized in the given state. The least utilized prefix in the state of California was 650. So we'll use a number from prefix 650. So we got one number with prefix 650, and the scores are also updated. So California has now scored 2, 650 has scored 1, and the number itself has scored 1. Next, we took a destination number with prefix 803 in the state of New York. So we had numbers with prefix 803, so we'll just return the number with prefix 803, and the New York state score has been updated to 3. For 803 it's 1, and the number itself 1. At last, what we did was we tried to resolve it for a number from state of Illinois with prefix 217. So we don't have any Illinois number. So we'll try to resolve it for using a number from the least used state, which in this case is California, because California numbers have been used 2 times, whereas New York numbers have been used thrice. As a result, we got the California number, and the scores again been updated for state of California and prefix 213. So yeah, that's all from my side regarding the demo. These are few useful links you can go through. Thank you very much.